What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another late night. I do look kind of different. I'm trying to rock out the Travolta sideburns from Saturday Night Lights. Fever. Um, but today we're going to get into another film. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but I'll try my best to have weekly content. But yeah, today we're going to be watching one of John Carpenter's films, The Fog. It is, I don't think, one of his most lauded films or in his upper echelon of films. When you compare it to The Thing or Halloween or Big Trouble in Little China, he has great films, but I'm very curious about this film. It's just about a fog. So let's see how he can make, fog sort of ominous. And if you have watched it, I'm interested to hear what you have to say about it in the comment section below. If you haven't, I'm more than happy to be watching it with you. And without any further delay into your beautiful day, we're going to get right into this picture because, Captain, we are Ego.
The hull sheared in two, the mast snapped like a twig, and the wreckage sank with all the men aboard.
No survivors, then how is the story being told?
Out in the water by Spivey Point, we'll rise up and search for the campfire.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, legend or real? Those men have something to do with it.
12 o'clock, the 21st of April.
We just missed it by a hair. 21st of April. It would have been great to have watched this film at that time, at 12 o'clock. It's interesting. We sort of have a double layer to think about throughout the whole film. We have the campfire story, and we have Edgar Allan Poe's, quote. It's a very interesting preface, like it's a double layered preface just before we get into the film.
Bennett? Hello?
Whoa. In the house of the Lord. Talk about a first victim. Oh, that's not comforting to hear, to read. Oh boy, something is amiss. Something is coming. But I like the fact that there was sort of that connective tissue with, the weather station, the radio jockey or the host, and the priest holding the radio. So there's that was an interesting piece of, connective tissue. Oh my, that's abnormal. Huh, I wonder how that works. Everything is just self-aborting.
Hi. How far are you going?
Other side of town.
It's close enough.
Make it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, it's good to see Jamie Lee Curtis in another one of Carpenter's films.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You
I'm
sure?
fine. I think so.
What the hell was...
Wow, it was just for the moment. I wonder what they were even hit by. Was it stone?
Now there's a celebration planned for tonight. So if you're so excited about it you can't sleep, well, stay up with me, and I'll figure out some way to keep you occupied.
Wow, what a smooth voice and transition. But she's just off Spivey Point or Spivey Points, which means she's probably gonna get the brunt of the fog.
And keep a watch out for that fog bank heading in from the east. Now, in the meantime, relax with me while I play this song from the Coupe de Villes, dedicated just to you.
Boy, would I like to meet her.
Wow. And now I know what a radio voice means.
She owns that lighthouse.
I know that.
Her son plays Little League with my kid brother.
She's a mother?
I thought you were happily married.
Not that happy.
Fog bank out there.
Oh, there's a fog bank out there coming from the east. Oh, that was the ship that went down.
Let's go. Hey, there was just a ship out there.
Hell, listen.
Nothing. Who's there?
And that was great. Just this. It's so simple. It's great. Just a ship and a fog. Ooh. Straight through. Again, I'm assuming these are the men that went down with the ship.
It's a big ship. Did you get wet?
Oh, straight through the eyes. Fantastic. And this ship is just going to vanish into the thin fog as well. But, I mean, that's sort of the brilliance of John Carpenter. It's so simple. All we are seeing is silhouettes. I'm guessing that's not the fog. That's probably... You're kidding me, it is. I thought it was just going to be one of John Carpenter's techniques to make it seem like it was a fog, but it was just another human.
It's 1 o'clock straight up. The end of the witching hour, and time for me to sign off.
Oh, he was just saved by the time, 1 o'clock.
This is Stevie Wayne, your nightlight. Hoping you have a nice rest of the night.
And it just so happened that's the time KB clocks out. Dang. Ah, that's part of the ship. Even the score seems Halloween-esque. That's how you know it's Carpenter. He's a great composer.
Who's Ashcroft?
Someone who owes me a favor.
Can I come along?
Thought you had to move on to Vancouver.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go look after the men, Al and the seagrass. Hopefully they'll find their answers.
There. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they actually found the
Oh, yeah.
seagrass. But I'm assuming no men.
There's water in the generator.
But the deck is dry as the bones.
Alright, we got ourselves a murder mystery now. I hear some whispers as of somebody praying or something.
Father Malone? Jesus.
I'm sorry, Miss Williams.
That would have been a great jump scare.
From midnight until 1 o'clock, we planned the death of Blake and his comrades. I tell myself that Blake's gold will allow the church to be built and our small settlement to become a township, but it does not soothe the horror that I feel being an accomplice to murder.
That sort of sums it up. The schemes. They're being punished for their schemes.
My dad picked up the coin, put it in his breast pocket of his jacket, zippered it up, came home, told us a story. And he unzippered the pocket to give me the coin. It was gone.
Interesting.
I think I'll go to Vancouver.
Same coin the kids saw on the beach.
Your grandfather had a way with words.
Our celebration tonight is a travesty. We're honoring murderers.
Big time murderers. Big time.
Antonio Bay has a curse on it.
Do we take that as a no?
Maybe it's just as well. We're leaving now, Father. Will you be all right?
Well, Father has to break this curse somehow. Or, I don't know how, but if there's some sort of, resolution that can pay off this, great sin.
Fabulous 1340 KAB.
Wow. How did that, logistically, how did that work? That's pretty cool.
A plumbing stone, by God. Damn them all.
Oh, it changed letters as well. That was cool. I like that there was even a message.
I have to start the broadcast now. Andy, promise me you won't leave the house tonight.
Oh, Mom.
Promise me.
Okay.
I love you, Andy.
Me too, Mom. Bye.
How do you start a broadcast with a scared tone of this driftwood and what it just did with its message?
Hey, Mrs. Cobritz, what are those clouds out there?
It's not a cloud, it's a fog.
Nick, his wounds are covered with algae. His lungs are full and there's silt under his fingernails. I'll tell you, I saw Dick Baxter 3 days ago in Salinas. Now he's lying in there on the table looking like he's been underwater for a month.
Oh, don't tell me he's gonna come alive or something.
But he was on the boat. He was below decks.
No. Dick Baxter died in the ocean.
Oh. Hey, he became one of them. This is fantastic. Let's see his face. How is the doctor going to even explain that?
I saw the fog last night, out in the ocean in the distance. It was glowing.
Oh, the fog. I wonder how they did that effect. Well, in general, a lot of John Carpenter's films, I wonder how they even film it.
My son found a piece of driftwood this morning.
Elizabeth Dane. So,
Hey, Mel.
well, Elizabeth, and again, I don't know if those two things are connected, whether bad luck and that whole thing, but Elizabeth Dane.
So what's new?
Another fog bank.
Where?
It's coming in off the ocean from the southeast. It's heading inland. Should be here at the weather station in 5-10 minutes.
Dan, hold on.
To both the parties on the phone, this fog means something completely different. One is taking it really seriously.
I can see it.
Hey, now what is the big deal? You've seen fog once, you've seen it for life.
Oh, there's something different about this fog, Dan. It glows. Can't you see anything yet?
Oh boy. Talk about it being outside his door.
Hold on, sweetheart. I want to check this out.
Dan! Dan, stay on the phone!
Oh, it's that knock. That ominous knock. While Stevie's on the phone, she hears Dan die.
Anybody here? Some got drunk and started taking this 100-year-old business too seriously.
Oh, here we go. Oh boy. How serious is it now?
Living here in Antonio Bay today, owe a great debt of gratitude to those men and women 100 years ago who struggled and sacrificed to make this town grow into what it is today. And it is up to us to keep their kind of spirit alive.
Right. Based on lies and murders. Thieves. Goodbye to your telecommunication. Oh, that's bad. Backup generator. Well, I'm assuming that's a backup generator. Still doesn't work. Fog is coming in. They have resorted to candles for light. Things are not working out for this 100-year celebration for Antonio Bay.
887 White Beach Lane. My son is trapped by the fog. Andy, get out of the house! Run!
Wow, look at that.
Are your windows all closed?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I thought the man was going to appear right behind her.
Andy, run! Run! This is Corbett! Run!
Well, that would only work if Andy and Mrs. Colbert's had the radio on, and I guess everything is fine if you don't open the door.
Okay, I'm going.
Wow. And not in front of the child.
887 White Beach Lane. Someone get to 887 White Beach Lane.
Oh, okay. They tear through the door. I thought, okay, just don't open the door, but they come through it.
Get out of there now!
Oh, just in time, Nick grabbed him. Well, somebody's gonna have to push them. Hopefully, well, I'm assuming it will be Nick. Just in time, it'll work. Alright, sweet, reverse.
I'm sorry that I didn't come for you, that I wasn't there. Andy, please understand. I have to stay here.
Well, interesting predicament for the mom. She is stuck there. I'd assume a lot of this is studio work, where they're playing with a lot of fog and lighting at the same time.
If you're on the south side of town, go north. Stay away from the fog.
Stay away from the fog. This also reminds me of another film that was Stephen King inspired, which is The Mist.
No matter where we go, it will find us.
Is there a basement or cellar here, Father?
There's a study in back. I'll show you the way. Come on. Hurry.
Come on, do that.
Father, at this point, he's like, I've given up. It's coming either way. Yeah, grandfather said so. Well, grandfather is who he is, and this impending doom, nothing we can do about it. Oh boy, is it coming in like water. Great effects, might I add, like even the direction of the fog. I don't know how they're doing it. Oh boy, that's scary. All alone by yourself in this lighthouse? Well, fog is just coming in.
Get out of the way!
Well, they don't really have a lot of time to figure this out. Because they're here. Melted down the gold into a cross. Interesting.
Blake?
I'm assuming they want more than gold. They want obviously the 6 dead as well.
This is your gold, Blake. My grandfather stole it from you.
Whoa. Hey, that was cool, the red eyes.
I'm the 6th conspirator. I'm Father Malone. Take me.
Well, conspirator by like lineage. Oh, was she attacked by the side of her neck? I'm assuming so. She got hooked. Well, that side profile shot was vile. Worms and everything in their green flesh. Okay, so gold was returned? And that's it? I'm assuming now it's not 1 o'clock, or maybe it is, and they are quite lucky in that case. That would just be footage reversing, but still cool nonetheless. The fog is done with, Antonio's Bay for now. Let's see if they're fully gone.
But if this has been anything but a nightmare, and if we don't wake up to find ourselves safe in our beds, it could come again.
What a punctuation on the very first quote.
Why not 6, Blake? Why not me?
Oh, don't tempt him. Don't tempt him. Ooh, boy. Had to have that sound effect of like the the bones being crushed. Thoughts on this film, the strange film. Woo, woo. What a fog. What a foggy experience. What a nightmarish experience, lasting specifically between a certain time, 12 to 1 a.m. I don't know if the plot of the film is as strong as the whole production value and the whole idea of making the fog a horror element, and the simple themes, simple themes as in, enacting revenge and so on and so forth through these mysterious silhouettes. That's very compelling. Seeing the fog is compelling. Now, the whole story of, the grandfather, the stealing of gold, the building of Antonio Bay, and I'm not so sure if that is sort of a half-baked, not half-baked, but it's sort of entered into the film at a very late stage, which can actually be seen as a good thing. I think it might be a good thing, but for this specific experience, I would have liked to have been sort of introduced to the whole backstory a little bit earlier, because the characters are what they are. They're nowhere close to what's his name, Big Trouble in Little China, Kurt Russell's character, Jack Jack something, but they're nowhere as iconic to that type of character. So, which leads me to believe that this film, a lot of the heavy lifting is specifically nighttime photography. This fog that is coming out of nowhere with the bright light, and these ominous, musical tones that just breathe throughout this entire film, like the creepy fog that it is. And it would have just been cool to understand what that whole last part was about, Blake holding the cross, and then suddenly they turn white. But it's a very good picture in terms of production value. I'm sort of curious if John Carpenter or any other director, like the ones who succeeded John Carpenter, who sort of got his own authority to direct the new Halloween films, whether this film should be remade into a current day production. I would actually be very interested to see that. Some films I think it's a no-go, you should not touch it. Some films, well, like Big Trouble in Little China, Halloween, interesting films, you can keep them going on. And the likes of Carpenter's films. This film specifically, I see a warrant for a remake. It would be interesting to see a remake of this film, preferably by John Carpenter, because I think there's an interesting idea here with the whole thing with that many years ago. This whether it be a story, whether it be a legend, but that many years ago, 1880, where a bunch of people, 6 people, and they were killed and they were murdered for selfish reasons, and Antonio Bay is built on the crux of these lies and murders, and that many years later they're coming back to enact revenge. Simple idea, great production value. I would have liked to see more gore. It would have been cool to see gore. I'm getting out of hand right now, but if I've been wrong, there was actually a couple of mistakes that I did that I sort of think I caught myself, or maybe I didn't. But if you guys think I had any mistakes, if I did not see specific things, do let me know. And by all means, let me know some cool stuff about the film. I'm pretty sure you guys are way more educated than I am about this film if you have seen it. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this film with me. Hope to get to watch another film with you very soon. And until then, have a great week. And until I see you in the next picture, enjoy cinema, my friend. Take care. What's up, you cinephiles? Thank you very much for making it to the very end. Me and Big Willie don't take that for granted. We really appreciate you. Now, if you would like to show your support to us, you know what you can do up here. You can smash that button, really just smash it. And if you would like to check out some more content, they're all curated by days up over here and playlists. So, you know what? We hope you're having a great day. Don't crumble and just continue to smile and be a good bastion of cinema.